Hi, I'm Jayme, and welcome to another mini workshop. And today we're going to cover backbends and twisting. And by the way, I do hope you guys are enjoying all of our little mini workshops we're putting on the website. We really chose these specifically because over the past decade, these are the things that we come across with our students all of the time. In almost every class, we adjust these major points, and then we see a lot of problems with them. So we really do want to kind of cover them for you guys at home, knowing that you're doing this probably on your own at home or wherever it is that you are. So anyways, so today we're going to cover, like I said, backbends and twisting. One of the main reasons I believe, in my opinion, that yogis stay very, very healthy is because we do a lot of twisting, and we're very much focused in on stabilizing our core and getting this all detoxed at the center of their body. You notice all of your digestive organs are housed right there in the center of your body. So every time you do a twist, you're massaging and detoxing, and every time you do that, you're eliminating your chances for any sort of diseases and illnesses. Most nutritionists and doctors can pinpoint a lot of our major diseases and illnesses starting at the root, a poor digestive system. So this right here is stimulating it, making it stronger and more effective. So, and also another reason why I think that yogis start to develop a more healthy lifestyle is that your eating habits naturally change, because when you're doing yoga and you start to twist, well, if I eat a big cheeseburger, I mean, you're damn right I'm going to feel it. So anyway, so naturally, before class, you just eat a little bit better. So another one of the great side effects. All right, so first things first, like I said before, we're going to start with our feet together, and Anne's got her toes nice and spread out, nice and wide, and she's nice and grounded with the arches pulled up. You can tell she's already got her core nice and tight. She's pulling the navel back towards her spine. Her tailbone's tailbone's tucked under, not really jutting out, creating that sway back. So we pull it all the way in. So with the inhale, she's going to reach her arms all the way out and up. And again, there's a tendency, if you know that you have that sway back, your habit is going to want to be to collapse back in the sway back and really pull the tailbone back. You're going to heal the body by pulling the belly in and tucking the tailbone under, creating strength and stabilization at the base of the spine. And so with the inhale, she's going to lift up. And with an exhale, she's going to sit down into a chair pose. All right. So all of the weight here is going to be basically in her heels. And she's got pretty soft toes. She can spread and wiggle her toes, except for the ones that are taped up. And then she takes an inhale, she's going to reach her arms up. And then the hands will find the center of the heart. And she's going to twist to the left. So right arm on the left thigh. Now, right away, if she ever wants to modify, she can open the arms, right? And I like to say you can slide your hand on the outside of your thigh. So take your right hand on the outside of your thigh, like lift up a little bit. Yeah, and so right from that space, if she feels like it's a little bit too much, you can use the entire right arm as leverage and set it anywhere you want on the outside of your left leg in order to get the twist. Okay, so a lot of times what happens too is our outside hip comes with the twist. You'll see that the right knee is in front of the left knee. We want to try to keep the knees even. And so you're going to notice this right hip press back and the left hip press forward. One of the reasons why we want to get these hips even is that you get the most out of the twist. If you let the hips move with your twisting, the twist is going to start about the mid back and go up. But if we keep the hips locked in place, the twist will start at the low back and work its way up. So she really just kind of gets more bang for buck right through there. So we'll take the hands to heart center, and with an inhale, she'll straighten out the legs, so just rise on up, and she'll catch a little back bend, keeping you aware of the spine, and then swan dive and forward fold to the ground. Inhales a long back, and now exhales, plant your hands and step the feet to the back of your mat, back to upper push-up, and we'll just flow through, coming forward on inhales, bending the elbows on exhales, scooping the chest and heart forward. She's got a long spine, and then tuck the toes and bring the hips back up towards the ceiling. With an inhale, she might take the right leg, and let's bring the left leg up, actually. Bring the left leg up, then bring the left foot up between your hands and stay on the ball of the back foot. And she'll rise up on an in-breath, reaching the arms all the way to the sky, and just pause here for just a moment. So we've covered a few things with the lunges. Obviously, the knee is over the little toe side. She's got it nice and strong. Noticing the hips right away are already leveled off. This outside hip has a tendency to kind of get lazy and drop, okay? We want to keep it leveled. So the back glute, the right glute, is going to flex on purpose to keep the hips leveled off. So with the in-breath, she'll lengthen up, and then the hands will find the center of the heart. She'll take a good prep breath, and then she's going to twist to the left with that same right arm on the left leg. If she wants to, she can take the back knee to the floor. A lot of times, taking the knee, the modification, what we seem as a modification, a lot of times puts more sensation back into the twist. So think when you're twisting, it's about the twist. It's not about the lunge. It's just a space to decompress your vertebrae, heal it, and like I said, healing the digestive system as well. Digestive system. That's like, I should say that 3 times. All right. And so, again, you can notice here that the hips are even. This outside hip isn't dropping down, but it's even with her left hip. And also, sometimes when you find hands to pray at heart center, I see a lot of this kind of just hanging out on the leg, kind of curved in and just kind of hanging out. So with the inhale, I want to get long. Think of it as if there's a string at the crown of your head pulling it out of the spine, and she'll exhale. You can see the hands are getting closer to the center line of your heart. So you ever notice that your hands are close to your top shoulder? Just exhale and press away and move the hands to the center line of your heart. And there you go. There's a beautiful twist right there. Nice job. So on inhales, you catch space, big breath to the waist. And now exhaling, it's like your core muscles are enveloping your lungs, pushing them out of the body, and then really massaging it internally. Nice. So take those inhales. Let's rise back up. So bring your arms all the way towards the sky. And you'll exhale, swan dive it down. Plant your hands, left foot walks back, and then shifting on the inhale, bend the elbows as you exhale, drawing the heart to the sky, really lifting up to the chest. Exhale, strike your toes and bring the hips all the way towards the ceiling. And I'll ground down and just lower down to the knees. And cross your ankles and we'll sit back. And we'll cover one more little twist here again. Seated twist. You're going to do a lot of seated twists, and the same principles pretty much apply. What we'll do today is I call it Lord of the Fishes, or just twist it up pretzel pose pretty much. I don't really get attached to the names. But you'll notice the left heel is on the outside of the right hip, and the right foot is on the outside of the left thigh. Now, if you want to, if you're noticing in this particular pose, if it's a little bit tight, all you have to do is take this outside foot to the shin side, so you can kind of cross it over. And this is a great spot to stay if you're noticing it a little bit too much here. But we know that Anne's pretty flexible, so she'll take it on the thigh side. All right. And then with an inhale, she's going to slowly take this left arm and reach it up towards the sky. And I'll start with a bent elbow here. And then let's take another twist over to the right side of the room. All right. So from here, she's got a long spine, and you can kind of see, looking at her back, that the main thing she's trying to do first is to lengthen long. If you want to visualize like a spiral staircase, and when you're twisting your spine from the tailbone through the crown of your head, the spine is the center beam, and your exhalations is starting to do that wrap. So the first thing you want to do in twist is to get long. Now, both sit bones are grounded. Sometimes this right leg here in this version will kind of lift up. So feel both sit bones when you're twisting grounded on towards the floor. Also, if you want, you can take your left hand right here at the crease of your hip bone, kind of press that thumb into the hip. Yeah, and you can actually push your own hip into the floor if you notice it kind of wanting to rise. All right, and then you can take the hand back down. So once again, inhaling long spine, and then exhaling, use the core as leverage. I know this arm is here, and it's leveraging the twist, but the power of the twist isn't coming from the arm. The power of the twist is coming from your core. So use the arm as guidance, but use the power of the core to do the most of the action. All right. And then from here, we're just going to unravel. So just reach up and bring the arms up to the sky. And then just exhale. Just let the hands come all the way down. And we'll unravel our legs. We'll do a little back bend. So you can just walk your feet towards the tops of the mat here. Okay, and then she's just going to walk her hands up. So we'll just start it with a little camel pose. So just walk your hands right up the thighs. Okay, and again, one last little back bend. She'll take the hands around the small of the back, and you'll notice it's not so much that it's at the sway back, but it's below the sway back and above the sit bones. So you're not really putting pressure right into that deep arch there. The legs are engaged, the glutes are strong, the core muscles are engaged. All of that stabilizes first. Then with an inhale, you lengthen, then you start to arch back. You'll see that the neck is in line with the spine. If you don't arch back that far, you won't be looking you'll be looking a little bit slightly up, just like Anna's doing. If you start to feel yourself going arching further, well, the hands can find the heels, and maybe your head looks towards the back of the room, that gaze point. But the whole while, we're lifting up and then back. So up, out, and back. Feeling the strength of the glutes really support the small of that spine, the small of the back. Nice job. All right, so we'll first tuck the chin and take the hands back, and we'll come all the way up, and you can just have a seat there. Awesome. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed twisting and back bends and got a lot of stuff out of that. If you have any comments, you can put some stuff on the blog here below the video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Anne.